Hello, hose mess. So, uh, yesterday I planted my lemon tree, and I figured today I'll show you how, except this time learning from some of the mistakes I made with my lemon tree. This is the fifth tree that I've planted, but really it's the third tree that's, a big guy. The other ones were little babies. So I don't have a microphone, and I am racing the clock. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but you can see the wind in my trees over there. So we're gonna learn some lessons from yesterday's planting of the lemon tree, while I plant this lime tree. I also don't have a microphone, so I'm just gonna try to project. But I'm going to show you what I do, and I'm nobody. I'm YouTube gardener educated. I mean, I do have a degree in nutrition and dietetics, so I learned a little bit there, but what are you? There's like a fly or something over there. Okay, I'm going to try not to get distracted for like 2 seconds, but I've just kind of found that everybody kind of likes to do things, what works for them. So this is kind of what I'm doing for now. So, I put down a layer of cardboard. Whoopsies. I put down a layer of cardboard and mulch on top so I don't have to worry about these weeds. Plus, these guys are going to be like mounded up and well draining. All right, so then I like to put my soil on top to help kind of like flatten the mulch. And also, the soil gives me good spacing. So, well, here I am. Hi, Melody. So, I got my handy scissors. So I like to have the soil back here because I'm just not measuring stuff. We're measuring with vibes. So this gives me space. So I know I've at least got like whatever amount of space this big old bag of mulch is. Soil, right? So I'm gonna push it up against the house, and then my very professional way of opening these soil bags is cut it down the middle, and then I'm gonna flip it to make sure I have a lot of space for the trees, between the trees and the house and stuff. And yeah, the mulch or the soil is falling, but I'll scoop it up along the way here. Maybe have some extra. This is probably super wasteful. I don't know. I'm learning. I figure something will be able to use it. Okay, so there's that. And so now I know this stuff needs to be wet and like rehydrated. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get the hose, get this stuff hydrated. Maybe I should have kind of formed my hole before I did this. I don't know. Like I said, largely YouTube gardener educated here. And this is like, I don't know. This is probably insane. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so we've got some hydration. Now, I think I'll start forming like the mound where I'm gonna put the tree in first. This is kind of like, this is the thing I wish I had done better with the lemon tree. So I've gotten a little used to planting these little baby trees and I don't have to do any mounding, but I'm gonna try to carve out a little space for this one, the lime tree. And then I'll just and around it once I get it in here. All right, so yeah, the soil on top got very wet. I'm gonna water this in again, but you get it. It's gonna be nice and watered when everything is said and done. Now I'm gonna add some fertilizer that I got far away from the water situation. Doing Biotone Starter Plus. That was what Just Fruits, where I bought my apple trees from, recommended. And my measurements on this stuff is also just vibes. So if it feels like it looks good, I don't know. And then everything else, everyone else recommends citrus tone. So I got some little baby bag of citrus tone. I just went to Home Depot and saw they've got much bigger bags than this, so we're learning. Well, here's another lesson. Pour it over. Actually, no, I could see how that would be a bad idea too, pouring it over the planting hole. All right, that's the fertilizer measurement by vibes. I don't know. Now something I really want to share that I actually did learn, is when you have your tree, think about like the sort of the shape of the tree and what direction you want the branches to be going. So obviously I don't want the branches going into the house. I want them to go this way, and I think you can see in the frame my fence is right here, so I want to prune them and train them to give us a little canopy and have some nice shade when we come into the fence. I'm always very nervous about this part here, getting them out of the planter. I'm a little bit skittish about this. I'm afraid to hurt the roots and stuff, but what I've learned in the great gardening school of YouTube is, you know, to kind of punch in the container. Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna kind of tilt this, try not to hurt these branches, but try to get this sucker out. There we go. Okay, all right. So there's that. And before I start cutting these roots, like I said, I'm going to think about the placement. So this branch is really growing. I want this sucker to really grow forward, and it's just so big. So I'm going to take a little bit of a look, but I see it kind of forks out right there. I think that's pretty good. I'm almost certainly still going to be moving this around while I do these cuttings. So got my handy dandy pruning shears, and now I'm gonna cut the roots like a little bit of like a pizza cutter. That's what I learned from Just Fruits, where I bought my apple trees. My lemon and lime trees I got from Everglades Farm, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut these like pizza cutter, kind of. A little hacky, right? And then I'm going to lift this and kind of spread the roots from the bottom. Spread them out a little bit. Okay, that's about, I think, what I'm doing with that. And now I'm going to start mounding the dirt back up over the top here. Well, I'm making the same mistake I made with the lime tree that I did not love, but it's looking okay today. So, note to self, I made it a little higher than I like. I don't know if you can see this, but like just my trying to scoop this dirt up and mound it. The roots are, you can still kind of see the roots. So I'm still gonna, still gonna pull this dirt up and mound it up here. But I think I would feel a little more comfortable if it were a little bit lower. But that's okay. Generally, like, I'm just kind of going nuts with this mounding stuff because I know all these trees like well draining soil and torrential rains are coming. That's pretty much all the glamorous parts of this. I'm gonna water it in, and with the lemon tree that was a little bit scary because I mounded it all up and then it's like hello roots again. So do what I say, not what I do. No, don't do anything I do. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you this is the process of me not knowing what I'm doing. But that's pretty much it. I might try to mound this up more a little bit and clean this up a little bit more, but I did not come prepared with my garden cart of mulch, so I need to go scoop up some mulch and I'll put that around everything except for like that base around the roots. But that's about it. This is how I'm planting my lime and lemon trees, and thoughts and prayers to these trees. I really do care about them, but I'm just a lowly baby gardener learning as we grow.